Guys, it's me, Mini Fluffy One, and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords with Restored Content Modification. I think I've finally gotten the game volume and my own volume to a decently proportionate amount, where the game volume isn't louder than me talking, but you can also still hear it well. But I'm only playing this game right now because, well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that I am going through a really rough patch in my life, emotionally and mentally. And so really, I can't be making myself play something that I don't want to play at that time, or it's gonna make it worse. The whole reason I started doing YouTube was to distract myself from the fact that I'm alone all the time every day, and to distract from all the other issues that are going on in my life. This really helps with the loneliness because it feels like I'm talking to someone. I'm sharing my joy about video games with other people. And that's the entire reason that I do what I do. It's not like a whole lot of people watch, but you know, I get some views, and you know, that's nice, and I don't care about that right now. But sticking to a schedule is difficult. Okay, I did well for a while there, but I can't be doing that right now. I'm going to be taking some days off, and I'm going to be doing things I'm going to be doing. Okay, I don't know what that sounds like. I'm going to be doing this, and I'm going to be doing that. There's a whole bunch of crap going on. I'll make an announcement video about this, too. I'm not just going to say it in this video, but things aren't the greatest, I'm not going to lie. So, I'm only going to play whatever games I feel like playing. Which, you know, that means consistency is going to fall by the wayside with a lot of series, and I'm sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. Now, where we last left off, we made it to the polar section of Telos, and we're about to fight 3 HKs at once, which, by the way, is not fun. When I was doing an audio test earlier, everybody died. I got close to beating all of them without even healing, but everyone died. So this isn't really the greatest thing in the world right now, and yes, we're all going to be using melee. Because that'll help a lot. So what I want to do is I'm going to frag this guy. And hope that the floating mines don't kill Atten in the face. And they killed Atten in the face. And so did my frag grenades. It's level up time. Whoop whoop. Okay, Master Force Jump, attributes. I don't know how these work or what to do here exactly. So I'm just gonna up my strength. Skills. Skills are great. What would I recommend? It recommends treat injury, but I don't want to just do that. That would be better. I'm trying to get all of my skills evenly up. And I will do classes for all 3 of these so I can get a lot cheaper and stuff, but it is what it is. Yay, new lightsaber form. Oh, sick. Improved heal. That's a big deal. So we're gonna get... Oh, but improved battle minute... Listen. Improved heal is better. So we're gonna go with... that. Oh yeah, Atten is dead. Do I want to waste or vitalize on him? I'm not sure. Alright, let's do this. Kreia, thanks for the force chain. Actually, thanks a million, to be completely honest. This is...
Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to use a med pack. I just am gonna want to use a med pack here if I can ever find where I left them. Right there. Oh, hey, thanks for the heal, but I got my own healing stuff, which is a lot better than yours. My Arcanian energy shield has run out of uses, so we're gonna switch to this regular energy shield, I suppose. And then we're gonna activate it.
Master.
More where that came from.
The game ever lets me, that is. And now they do almost no damage because they use blasters. Ow, okay, ow, okay, ow, 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 ow. Not cool. Not
Time
cool.
to take you down to size.
That's right, we are taking them down to size.
Systems failing,
Systems
master.
failing,
Systems failing, master.
I love that, though. One of these guys is a drop that I need. There it is, HK Control Cluster. If you guys remember the stuff. Oh my gosh, so many great droid parts are in my possession right now. Like all this impact armor and these deflectors. I have a lot to choose from when we reunite with T3. I'm just saying. So there's that. But we need to level up you guys. She doesn't actually have blue, that's just because of the transition mat. I, on the other hand, am a very much so goody two-shoes. You know that thing I triggered? It might actually happen in this episode. I'm not gonna lie, it might. Oh yeah, by the way. Hello, Baedur. Are you okay, buddy? Baedur looks as if he was knocked unconscious. If you can find refuge, then he should recover. Okay, well I know exactly where it is. It's right there. So we are going to go inside here. I like how my shadow doesn't show. Stop doing that. Oh, it's because my mouse is at the bottom, isn't it? Why does it do that? Ah, okay, I figured it out. Rip Bader. Like how they took all of his armor off of him. That was lovely. Spooky. Hello.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not be harmed.
Alright, we mean no harm.
Why is it that everywhere we go, I end up in a cell?
I mean, why did they lock us up? What is this place?
It is a training ground for Jedi.
What? This ice hole?
Yes, it bears the semblance of an academy. But where are all the students? Curious.
You've got to be joking. What is a Jedi Academy doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
It is a place hidden from the galaxy like the academy on Dantooine. But this place... Oh, Atris, you have been clever.
Atris?
It's none of your concern.
Well, the sooner we're out of here, the better. 2 crazy Jedi are more than enough for me. No one told me we were going to be dumped in a nest of Jedi.
And what is it about this place that causes you such fear?
What do you mean? We're in the middle of a bunch of Jedi. You know how they are.
No, I do not. Not in the way you seem to.
What are you doing? Get out of my head!
Stop struggling. Let me follow the current. Deeper to its source.
Stop! Stop! Ah!
Ah, with the fear is mingled guilt. It squirms in you like a worm. And the why? Ah, and there is its heart. You surprise me. I could not feel it before. Your feelings are a powerful shield indeed. Do not worry, Atten. If she is a Jedi, she will forgive. And if she is not, she will not care.
You can't tell her. Please. I'm asking you. I don't want her to...
Think less of you. I hardly think that's possible. Still, there is no shame in what you ask. We all wage war with the past, and it leaves its scars. I will not speak of yours, Atten, but there is a price for such things.
What? What price?
There are those who wage war and those who follow them. You are a crude thing, murderer, but you have your uses. You know how important this woman we travel with is. Even one such as you can feel it. You will serve her until I release you.
And if I refuse?
You will not. If you do, then my silence will be broken. And then, Atten, you will be broken. You fear the Jedi, and rightly so. If Atris learns of your choices, you will never leave this place. But whatever fear you hold of the Jedi, know that if you disobey me, that my punishment will make you beg for the death that has long hounded you. Wipe the fear from your mind. You will not find blind obedience a difficult master. You chose it once. You will learn to embrace it again.
I don't know how you became such a manipulative witch, but why a vicious old scowl like yourself would even bother with me is a bigger mystery.
No game of Dajaric can be won without pawns, and this may prove to be a very long game. You are a slippery one. Your thoughts difficult for even one such as I to read. I suspect the self-loathing that squirms within you gives you a curious strength. Your spirit, as diseased as it is, refuses to allow you to give up, no matter what threats you face and whatever wreckage you leave behind you. I feel you have crossed our path for a reason. Perhaps even you, at the right moment, may be able to turn aside disaster. If so, your potential is not yet spent.
Fine. I'll be your pawn. But I still think you've got the wrong man.
Perhaps. But someone has to fly the ship, and the Force is a hard thing to predict. You have crossed our path for a reason. Our path brought us here for a reason. And now I know why. The past is here, and it must be met before the future can be set in motion.
More Jedi speak. Care to explain?
No. I've wasted enough time with you. Sleep, murderer, and be silent. I need no distractions. A critical moment approaches.
So that was fun story stuff right there. If you go dark side, you might never find out any of what they're talking about, but you can with enough influence points. Ah, yes. This whole episode is going to be a lot of story stuff, pretty much.
I did not expect to see you again after the day of your sentencing. I thought you had taken the exile's path, wandering the galaxy. Yet you have returned. Why?
Tell me what you've done with my friends first.
Your concern is noted. Your friends have not been harmed. They have been detained for their safety. I find it unusual that you are traveling with others again. I had thought you had forsaken the company of others after the war. Or is that why you are here?
It was not my intention to come here, Atris, or see you again.
Yet here you are. Perhaps you do not know yourself as well as you think. Regardless, your arrival here begs an explanation. Have you come to face the judgment of the Council, as you did so many years ago? Are you finally willing to admit that we were right to cast you out?
The Force brought me here.
You presume much. The Force does not guide your movements, not anymore. Its connection was lost when you fell. Perhaps you feel that the Force also led you to the Mandalorian Wars as well, but in truth it only led to your exile.
The Council exiled me out of fear of Revan, of me, and of what we represented.
You sought adventure. You hungered for battle. You could not wait to follow Revan to war. The Jedi Order asked only for time to examine the Mandalorian threat. They urged caution, patience, and you defied them. So when you returned, you were brought before us. You were a Jedi no longer, and so you were exiled.
I realize now you and the Council were merciful.
There was much about that day that was difficult to forget. Your words, your defiance, and when you stabbed your lightsaber into the center stone. I had kept it, so I would never forget.
That's my lightsaber.
Indeed. A lightsaber is the mark of a Jedi. When you turned your back on the Order, it was not yours anymore. I have always kept it, as a reminder of what can happen when your passions dictate your actions. I have kept it, so I would never forget your arrogance or your insult to the Order.
If I became a Jedi again, would you return it to me?
Become a Jedi again? That is a thing far out of reach. But I am not unsympathetic to your feelings. Leaving the Order must have been difficult for you. Yet you gave the Council no other choice. You gave me no other choice.
I went to war to protect others, not for battle.
So your choice was to meet the aggression of the Mandalorians with more aggression. That is not the Jedi way.
Is the Jedi way to let people be massacred?
Every choice we make, whether we know it or not, sends echoes through the Force. It can awaken feelings, ignite passions, hate, anger, fear, where none existed before. By meeting aggression, by serving as an opponent against which the Mandalorians could test themselves, you fed their hate, their lust for war, and it sent a terrible echo through you. And because of it, you and those Jedi who met them on the battlefield lost their way, and you turned on us.
Were you not tempted to help the innocent?
Of course I was. But the Jedi teachings require we examine how we may best help them. Action without reflection is not our way.
So you were content to let the Outer Rim die, for the sake of teachings?
There was no guarantee that marching to war would have saved the Outer Rim. In fact, quite the opposite.
If we had not fought, the Republic would have fallen. That is a fact.
A physical victory perhaps, but the real victory lay in...
The triumph of pacifism? Surrender?
Do not twist my words. A physical victory is not the only victory, or the only loss.
Your words would have rung hollow if the Mandalorians had crushed the Republic and conquered the galaxy.
You do not know...
If the Mandalorians had won, would the Jedi have fought them, or simply have meditated on what to do?
How dare you? The Mandalorian Wars should have been your grave, and Malachor 5 is where you should have died.
At last it comes out. Was it always this personal with you?
You see shadows where there are none, and hate where there is none. You are blind, as always. I tire of fighting with you. You lust for war, and you always will, and you have succeeded in distracting me from my questions. So answer me. If you cannot seem to admit the Council was correct, then why are you here?
I'm looking for my ship so I can leave Telos.
Your ship? Ah, the Ebon Hawk. It is not your ship. Unless you're admitting to the destruction
last time
of
I
the
did not do
Paragus
that,
mining
people.
facility.
The destruction of Paragus was an accident.
Ah, an accident. Something beyond your control.
Actually,
You have
yes.
not changed. Acting instead of thinking, putting yourself before the galaxy, before the Jedi. Do you know what you have done?
I know it put Telos in jeopardy, but I had no choice.
No, your crime is much more than that. Without the fuel from Paragus, Citadel Station cannot maintain its orbit. It will crash into the planet, and its destruction will echo across 20 other worlds.
What do you mean?
Telos was a test to see if the Republic could mount a restoration effort on the Outer Rim. When it fails, the Republic will not finance another. The other Rim worlds, devastated by the Sith, will remain graveyard worlds, devoid of life. And that is the magnitude of your crime.
Again, I'm not the one who blew it up. Oh. It's almost as bad as the Jedi letting the Outer Rim die during the Mandalorian Wars.
So you still hold to your flawed convictions. If you think to anger me, you are wrong.
They're not
How
flawed.
is it
I
that you are
literally
not
just
content
logic to
to
you.
confine your ruin to yourself. You must spread it to others wherever you go. Ruin yourself with your actions if you will. But when your actions bring harm to others, then you must answer for it.
So now I get blamed for the actions of the Sith.
The Sith? What do you mean?
The Sith came for me on Paragus to kill me.
You speak truly. You have encountered the Sith. I can feel the scars on you. And you encountered them on Paragus. But what would they want there? They can't have been looking for you.
The Sith believe me to be the last of the Jedi.
You? If they thought you a Jedi, the teachings of the Sith blind them indeed. I am the last Jedi, not you. You betrayed our teachings, our beliefs, the very core of the Jedi Order. If these Sith attacked you, they will soon realize their mistake. And if you escaped, they most likely let you go to see if you would lead them here.
If so, then I offer you my help. You'll need it.
You offer your aid? After turning your back on me? On the Council? The Jedi is not something you embrace out of fear. The commitment is stronger than that, something you never seem to understand.
I'm not doing this out of fear. I want to help.
Perhaps. But if you help me, it cannot be done from here. There are others in the galaxy who may help us against a Sith threat. If you can find them, gain their trust, perhaps our defenses shall be stronger for it. Take your ship, seek them out. If you find them, encourage them to gather on Dantooine. From there we can call a council and see what can be done.
Where can I find my companions?
You shall find them north of here, in one of the old irrigation chambers. They have not been harmed. They are free to leave as well.
No arguments here.
Then I shall send you on your way. It is now time for you to depart.
We shall remove her, mistress.
I don't need your removal, to be
Come
quite
with
honest.
us.
Hello, handmaiden. See you in another
Are you all
playthrough.
right, mistress?
The exile reminded me of something I had forgotten.
Forgive me, mistress, but I must ask. The exile, I've never seen another affect you so strongly. Was she important to you once?
We all have our heroes, and when we watch them fall, we die inside. She made a choice once, and I did not. The day we judged her, I stood in the chamber, and she was so right. She was so certain of it. I doubted myself, but not now. She will never make me doubt myself again. But now I am tired. I must meditate.
Of course, mistress. I will tell the others you are not to be disturbed. And please, do not exhaust yourself. We can attend to matters here.
This game really paints a nasty view of the Jedi, huh? Light side points. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ah, yes. Now, this is a place we will never be able to return to, so I want to get... They took my stuff. Hold on a second. Where is my longsword? There it is. Why you guys gotta take all my weapons, huh? That's just rude. So I'm going to explore. We're gonna do a lot of stuff in this episode. Well, not a lot of stuff, but I want to explore. I will say we will be back here eventually, but only once. God, imagine falling down there. Ugh. It's horrible. Alright, well, there's some stuff we can do here, like the, Handmaiden Battle Circle.
Why have you approached me?
I had some questions for you.
You may ask.
I want to know about this place.
This was once a mighty irrigation center for Telos. It survived the orbital bombardment of the Sith, though the inhabitants did not. Ancient irrigation channels still lie beneath the surface of Telos, waiting to be used again for the reconstruction efforts, controlled from this facility.
Yeah, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I don't know exactly where to go for the Handmaiden Battle Circle, if I'm being completely honest. There's a lot of stuff here that you can loot. A lot. Like Yuchani battle armor. Arcanian binders, I'll give those to Hatton later. Heavy repeating carbine. Quiet, I'm looting. I believe that is the holding cells. I don't want to talk to them. Yet. Nope, that is. Alright, well, we're gonna talk to
Did
him.
you find what you came for?
A woman from my past has made this place her home. I did not expect to see her again.
I felt as much. Quite strongly, in fact. I suspected there was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
The woman here is a Jedi. Atris, one of the Council.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Atris plans to heal the galaxy, then rebuild the Order.
Plans are fragile things, and life often dashes expectations to the
Ain't
ground.
that the truth?
Perhaps students will come to her in time. For now, she is surrounded by those who cannot feel the Force.
Aren't the Handmaiden students?
No, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls, trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
How do you know that? Were you reading their minds?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
She says after having literally done it 10 minutes ago. I don't... No, I can't say that. Well, there's nothing to be gained talking here.
Very well. Let us depart.
Is that okay? He looks out cold.
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Alright, let me free you.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
There is nothing to apologize for. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
A Jedi Academy concealed on the northern pole of Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
Are you well enough to travel?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Come with me, then I could use your help.
Very well, General.
The others will join you at the Ebon Hawk. Okay, cool. And then we also just gained Influence the Vader. Gonna auto level him up. And we're gonna explore this place. Actually, we don't need Kreia to be here, honestly. She can just, Oh, well, that was a mistake. Ah, okay. Let's explore some more. Because I want to do the Handmaiden Battle Circle, because that's a thing. No, I keep going the wrong way every time. Yeah, there's T3, by the way. Just give me a second. I'm trying to avoid progressing too much. Because I don't want to get stuck. I don't want to miss out, rather. This is the way. Is this the battle circle room? It is indeed. There's actual handmaiden, but you know, we don't get her because we're a female. Which is unfortunate because she is really good in battle. Sith War Sword. Nice. Well, let's just raid all of their rooms and take their stuff. Because that's just socially acceptable in this game. For some reason. Not quite sure why, and I'll use my security to open this. Yay! I used security to open a box with a security tunneler inside, which I find ironic. It's ironic. And is there gonna be a security tunneler in here? Is it gonna be ironic? No, it's just chemicals. Which I love, because that makes med packs. I'm gonna open this as well. Which has upgrade parts. We're getting a lot of stuff granted to us. Like, wow, this is a lot of stuff that I'm gonna have to sort through. Handmaiden.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about.
And what did she say?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
She's... Yeah, I went to war to protect others, not to fight.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
What? I do not walk the path of the dark side.
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
So why didn't I keep fighting in the Jedi Civil War?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, you did not march with him because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the Force.
Jesus. That is untrue. But Atris is entitled to her opinion.
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
Expressed feelings?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
Are you saying Atris could be wrong about me?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
Jesus Christ. Well, I have no wish to fight Atris.
Then her expressed feelings will have to suffice.
I would like to ask you something.
You may ask.
You look different than the other women here.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
I apologize, I meant no offense.
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that.
Is it a sensitive subject?
It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time.
Let me ask something else.
You may ask. Before
If I may ask it, you have touched the Force, what does it feel like? It is a difficult thing to describe.
Please, I wish to know.
Jesus, some of these remarks are just mean. It is like a current that passes through you and carries you with it to all the places it touches.
It is like a cloud, a mist that drifts from living creature to creature, set in motion by currents and eddies. It is the eye of the storm, the passions of all living things turned into energy, into a chorus. It is the rising swell at the end of life, the promise of new territories and new blood, the call of new mysteries in the dark.
I see. Thank you both. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
It was my pleasure. Yay, light side points! I want to do the battle circle. How do I do that? Seriously. I'm gonna pause and then come back when I figure out the battle circle. I'm back! Figured out the battle circle.
Before we begin, are you familiar with Ichani traditions?
I'm guessing they involve me standing here, freezing in my jumpsuit.
All duels between us shall be without armor of any kind. There shall be no restrictions upon our movements or upon yours. Your feet are not to leave the training mat during the battle. If they do, you will lose. Also, this is not a fight to the death. Restrain your instincts when we fight, and we shall do the same.
I understand. Stay on the mat, no armor, no striking to
The
kill.
fight will be with hands and feet only. No stimulants, shields, weapons, or other items. Also, do not call upon any Jedi techniques during our contest. If you do, then the battle will be over. In turn, I will not use our higher forms, for this is only an opening battle between us, a test of each other's strength.
If you're ready, so am I.
Then let us begin.
Alright. Handmaiden sister. Let's go. Oh, did some damage. Everything's going decently enough. Oh yeah, no, she's going down. She's using power attack, which is interesting. She's trying to get all her damage in at once, I see. But I'm going for criticals, which means I win.
You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
I wish to challenge you again.
Very well. I shall honor your request. Our next battle will be using the higher forms among the Ichani. You may choose hands and feet, or whatever melee weapon you wish, but use no other items or Jedi techniques.
Let me get ready and I will return.
Seek one of us out when you wish to.
Can I use armor though? No, I know I can't. Okay.
Have you returned to fight again?
I wish to challenge you again.
Very well. Our next. You may.
I'm ready.
Then let us begin.
Oh, I'm starting at a huge disadvantage. That was my bad. Yeah, that was supremely my bad, but I might still win because sword damage is a lot more than hands and feet damage.
You have succeeded. If you wish, you may challenge us again, and we will progress to more advanced movements.
Let me heal up and I'll be ready to fight.
Seek one of us.
Okay, but seriously though, I need to heal. What is it with all the battle circles and training and stuff involving... just weird. Okay, I'm ready. But I will save. Okay, cool.
Have you returned to fight again?
I wish to challenge you again.
Very well. Our next battle shall be free of restriction on weapons and items, and you may use whatever technique, Jedi or otherwise, you wish to attempt to defeat me. In turn, I will spare none of our forms against you.
Ah, I am ready.
Then let us be.
Alright, where's my battle meditation? Wait. There we go. I totally forgot I still had a sword. Come on, battle meditation, do me a favor. I got a lot more saves on me now, so thank you for that. Yeah, no, I'm taking significantly less damage than I would normally be. This battle meditation is awesome. Boom. Got him.
You know much of melee combat. You surprise me.
Wish to challenge you again.
There is nothing more that we can teach you from such contests. Such battle would only be for battle's sake.
Feel free to pair up.
If that is what you wish, then we shall honor it. We shall see how you fight against a group of us. We shall take you in a pair, using everything at our disposal. Use whatever item, weapon, or Jedi technique you wish. We shall match it.
Let me get ready.
Seek.
They know not what they're doing, pretty much. We've got the Jedi Knight robe and my trusty upgraded bonus damage longsword. And I will heal myself to full. I know this doesn't seem like much, but there's an achievement from this, and it's an interesting thing to go after. Because I've never actually done this before.
Have you returned to fight again?
Dang it. You said feel free to use whatever item, so that's stupid, because you guys actually have armor. I wish to challenge you again.
There is nothing more.
Pair up.
If that is, we shall see how you fight again. Use whatever.
I'm ready.
Then let us begin.
Frag grenade. No, that will be unnecessary. You guys really think you're enough to stop me? You're not. You're not that special. Just give me a second. What, you think you can do that successfully? You can't. I will beat you. If I don't miss. If I don't miss. This game's really pushing it sometimes. No, hold on. Just give me a second. Okay, maybe not.
You are a strong opponent. Atris was correct about you. You know much of war and battle. Perhaps too much.
So you admit defeat?
I admit nothing. The Ichani stand together. To defeat one or two of us says nothing of how a true battle would go.
Let me catch my breath and I'll be back. So is the battle circle literally me beating all of them at once? Because that sounds a little bit insane. Not in a real battle. Well, if you wish to do a real battle, then let me use freaking Jedi robes, please. All I want is my Jedi robes. Nope. Stop taking them from me.
You are a strong opponent.
Let's put that to the test.
Then our last battle shall be the 5 of us against you.
Fine.
Very well. We shall begin.
Really? I have to face 5 of you with no armor. That's kind of ludicrous. Okay, fine. Grenade. Okay, cool. But counter.
We knew you were no match for us. Yet our battle is done. There is nothing.
Oops, my mistake. Hold on. This isn't a real battle because in a real battle I would be wearing armor. This is a stupid
You are
achievement.
Then our last... Very well.
You know what? I'm just gonna cut and be back when this is over. Yeah, I honestly don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. Let's get this show on the road. I care not for that achievement anymore. I think that is so stupid. I should be allowed to use armor. Screw your friggin'... Not in a real battle. In a real battle, I'd be wearing my Jedi robes. Hello, T3. T3, are you alright? Wasn't your fault they took the ship. Hold on, what information are you talking about? Why would you want what's in your memory core? You can fill me in later. Let me get you out of here first. We'll see you at the Ebon Hawk. Yeah, influence, blah blah stuff. Oh sweet, Sith battle suit. Pretty sure that is some nice medium armor there. Would certainly be useful if we actually had access, or if we had more people to wear that stuff. But that will come in due time. Let me collect me some stuff first. This is not the last time I'll see this hangar bay, despite what it's about to tell me in about 5 seconds. Okay, but honestly, I'm gonna have to stop this episode here because I'll get stuck in a long loop of the... You know what? Screw it. Let's just go. Let me in. I would get stuck in a long loop of dialogue, but it's fine. I will not be leaving for good, but thanks. Nice try.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What's with T3? What are you talking about? You downloaded Atris's archives?
What is the machine saying?
Said there was a holo record of my trial in Atris's records.
We seem to have found it.
Yeah.
Do you know why we have called you here?
You've called me here to answer for my crimes on Malachor 5.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
The truth is, the Mandalorians had to be stopped, or countless more would have died.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Short trial.
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there, more like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared, and I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
Yeah.
We are not the ones who taught him.
Yes, you
We
are.
take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again.
Jesus,
or perhaps
Atris,
worse.
chill.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Those last moments after my trial, I had no idea. If you find anything else, let me know. Atris has a list of all the missing Jedi? Sure, display it. So this is our mission now, by the way. Those Jedi were all on the council that exiled me.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
We have no choice. Those Jedi know what happened to me.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Atris and the Jedi Council took it from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
And why wouldn't I?
I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
There are some parts I'll need.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Since when did you become an expert on lightsabers?
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal, though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
So much dialogue.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits? Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
Utility droids tend to have a habit of developing personality quirks.
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
Jesus, that sounds like a good idea to me.
Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Thank God it's all done. Alright, well that is gonna do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, please do be sure to hit that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe. And hit that bell button for notifications on all my new videos. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.